Hello suspension tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Railroad Tycoon 3 with me, BlueAnkylo. And this is definitely the episode of suspension bridges, so I've been off camera just playing around trying to see how much they're going to cost and sort of what the best route is, because they're not cheap by any means. I always skip bridges even when they're just little wooden and stone bridges, but suspension, oh boy, just like this puppy here, is not cheap, So anyway, last episode we got started in the destruction of Western California at Santa Rosa, and we're off to a pretty good start, really. We only have one train going back and forth, but it's making some pretty good money. In this episode, I'm going to try to connect up to Oxanamo next, and I did a little bit of playing around trying to see how much it would cost to route to Diamond Beach, and it's at least $1 million. It's more than I've got. Trying to just carefully sort of follow this edge of the mountain, basically, and then you still have to go down quite a bit into the actual coastal village. So there's always going to be a steep red bit right there, and it's very difficult to sort of squeeze your track around. So I decided for $1 million, it's not really worth connecting up to a one-star city just yet, unless I did a tunnel, which would cost probably double that. So for probably about $2 million, about twice as much, I should be able to get to Oxanamo, and it's a much better city. So I think it's actually a much, it's going to cost a little bit more to get set up, but I think it's going to be a lot more valuable. Plus, Rodriguez and Tetil are both better cities on this side than Nelsville and Point Salazar. So if that makes any sense, that's sort of my plan anyway. I don't know how long it's going to take to get to East Tokyo, or if we ever get there. I suppose there might be a way to build a sort of a coastal trail sort of along, although I can't actually build through this section ever. So I'm not exactly sure how we'll ever get there other than a really expensive giant bridge. So anyway, what I want to do is make a little bit more money, and then I'm going to take out probably 2 bonds, and that should be enough. I want about, well, it'd be nice if I had about 1.2 or 1.3, and then if I took $1 million in bonds, I know for sure I could afford the bridge, because it's not cheap. Oh, another earthquake! No, Nellisville, where's this? None of mine, right? None of mine. Whew, that would have been trouble. That's the second earthquake. So that's, perhaps the earthquakes are closer to this volcano. The first one, I can't remember where it was. Don't recognize any name. I think it might have been like Crestview or something. I'm probably wrong, but one of the cities had an earthquake already. Stonewood, maybe? But anyway, because Nellisville is kind of close to the volcano, I'm going to assume that that's why it had an earthquake. So that's another reason not to build in that direction, the way I see it. So yeah, maybe after this train comes in, we will have enough money for what I want to do. My salary is going up. Profits are pretty solid, not amazing, but not nothing to sneeze at. And our credit rating went up too, actually. That's really important, because I am planning on taking out a fair bit of loans. So pretty happy to see that, honestly. Okay, I'm just going to check to see how much money is coming from the next one, and I'll decide if I'm building right now after that. Another 150,000 wouldn't hurt. Alright, one more. Alright, the mayor of the city of Angels has informed you that they will subsidize your rail building by giving you a grant of $1 million. I already got it. Amazing. If you connect to the city of Angels within 3 years. And I'll get another $1 million. Or else they'll levy a tax on me for every year I don't get there. So this is, this is working out pretty good. Silly government. More and more incentive to go the way I'm already planning on going. So that's a fairly long way to go. I'll probably still need to do a tunnel to Rodriguez, and maybe even to get to the City of Angels. But seeing as they just gave me all that money, what did I say, 3 years? Oh, I should have really paid better attention. I think he said 3 years. I don't think there's any way to refine the little quests like that. They really need a button for what quests you're on right now. Is there anywhere that it could be that I haven't thought of to check? Merger, dividends, stocks, bonds. Maybe like, where's your personal character information? How do you bring up your dude? I think it's from the ledger. I was thinking maybe like here they might have snuck a side quest message or something. See, actually, interestingly enough, I already have more than the bronze worth of personal worth for my goal. I have to get 20 million to actually win the gold, but I mean, I'm already doing pretty good as far as bronze goes. Alright, well, I think he said 3 years. I don't know for sure, but anyway, let's get going. So, it's actually not too hard to build up this hill, a pretty smooth track. It's not super expensive. It's not cheap, but now that seemed like a mistake there with that little red bit, actually. Try again. It's also very difficult to see if it's actually good or not based on the forest. Although the jungles of Africa were definitely worse. Alright, well, there's some red in there. We're just going to have to live with it. And I think the best plot I had was sort of coming in like from this direction. And then we're just going to suspension bridge it. And it's, I mean, you can see how much money this is going to cost. It's not cheap. I don't know. I think I'd rather come in right here, and then if I can sneak through these buildings, then I'll be happy. Like this. Probably. Just trying to think of the future. We're probably going to want to stick up here. So yeah, we're going to sort of curve around, a little bit curvy-wurvy, but the future goal is to head out that direction. Although I don't want to spend any more money, really. There you go. Alright, so let's add a large station to connect up most of Oxanimo. Might be... No, I'll build on this side, it's fine. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh, what's this? The special interest group. So this seems to be triggered by being low on money. The Citizens for a Better Yesterday are pleased that you've connected so many cities. Or maybe it's just because I connected the city then, fine. So many cities that were once not connected. It's true, they weren't connected before. It's a bit backwards, but that's the point, I guess. In any case, they gave me 100,000 as a bonus. Thanks, guys. Did you really give me 100,000, or? It doesn't feel like I got 100,000, given my current level of 83,000, but whatever. Anyway, Oxanimo is good. I will want to buy another train next, I think. And seeing as I didn't take any bonds out, I will actually take the bonds just to get the train moving, actually. Well, maybe didn't need to take 2, but whatever. So we're gonna... Where's he headed? He's headed to El Resto. I'm gonna let him get there, and then I will buy the other train, because I want this 140,000. Yeah, I should have waited, sorry. I shouldn't have bought that... I shouldn't have taken those loans right at that second. Alright. Good. Oops, wrong button. Hold on, pause for a sec. And now that he's unloading, it's not such a big deal to change his route. So we're going to get rid of the El... Yeah, we're going to get rid of that El Resto and that over and over. So that will be just those 3 back and forth. And then we'll have the other train do the same thing from the other side. A little bit longer, I suppose. But these are quite fast trains, so I'm hoping they can keep up with the goods. I think we picked up the Brenner last time because it was a little bit cheaper and let's just say much better on the hills. And I have a feeling for this map we're not going to avoid hills. So the E88 is probably the wrong train. Good for the Dutchlantis episode, but not so good for this one because we're going to need that 4%, 6% grade. Although the acceleration of the E88 would be handy, but anyway, enough arguing. So I did not need that extra loan, that's for sure. And I've already set the route up like I wanted. Let's just pay that loan back. Let's pay one of them back anyway. And then as soon as I've got a little bit of money, I will I'll actually build him his maintenance stuff. Because I've got maintenance and service at Santa Rosa for the first train. Yeah, whatever, my dividend, I don't care. And then I will need maintenance and service for this guy at over and over. And then he'll be happy, as will I. First route looks like it's making us enough money to probably get what I need. There we go. Well, very close. I need another 30k. Come on, trains. You can do it for Old Blue. We gotta get to Los Angeles or else we're gonna pay some hefty fees. 250,000 a year for not connecting it is pretty harsh. Come on, one more train. Almost there. Come on, trains. Ah, 1,000 short. Come on. So far, they're not making me a ton of money, but I'm hopeful. Silly over and over city. There we go. Okay, good. So at least this guy's going to pick up some oil on his way out. What I will do, as I tend to, is I will double track the area where they both meet up. As soon as I can afford it, at least. Or I'll just do that much. A little bit more. Sure, there you go. Just so that one's coming from one side, the other's coming from the other side. They won't head-on collide. Whoa, there's some money. Okay, Oxanimo, you are my hero. 600,000 in aluminum, and probably mostly the aluminum. Well, no, it looks like it's the waste. It's pretty valuable too. I'm not going to complain. We just made big bucks. Yeah, we're going to pay off our 8%. Hopefully our credit rating will continue to improve, and I'll probably need to take some loans out to actually get all the way to Los Angeles, so I want to be in a good position. I assume this was our first year, so it'd be nice to get to Rodriguez before too much longer, so that I can start working. It's not gonna be cheap though. It's gonna be a tough one. Over and over. Okay, that's some money. That's good. How's my stocks doing? Can't forget. In a pretty good position. As long as we don't hit a recession right now, a couple more won't kill me, I don't think. That puts me at, just for interest, 18,000 out of 80. I'd like to get up to 20 to 80 before it splits. I think it's going to split at the end of the year, though. Well, who knows? This might be enough to kill me if we have a recession, but I wanted to have a quarter of the shares, because that's how I roll. But, I mean, the company's growing, so the share value should keep moving upwards. Should. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to issue stock to make money for the company and keep my personal wealth. So, how are we going to get up here is the question. Let's plop. Why is it putting a bridge there? Like, that's just the teeniest of little valleys, and it wants to put a little bridge. Whatever, I'm not going to really argue. Anyway, to Rodriguez, I guess bridges are better than tunnels when it comes down to it. That's 1 million. 1 million's not the worst. You know, that's not a bad route, actually. It avoids like a suspension bridge. Anything through the mountain is vastly more expensive. And then if it's on the top, it's all hilly and slows you down. One good stone bridge. I actually don't mind that route at all. Is there anything bad on the other side? Try to see up close to, okay, hold on, let's just... No, stop. I just want to make sure... okay, hold on, pause for a second. Pause for you. That over here by Oxanimo, it wasn't, really messing with me. It's a little bit hilly over by Oxanimo. The rest of the route is really good, though. So can I get to this hill any smoother? Like, if I... Instead of going down like that, if I kind of come around from this side with that little weird bridge, can I still get up there? Pretty smooth. And then from here, if I go... Can I get right in there like I liked? Come on, where was that good route? Oh, that's not bad. That not suspension bridge. No, that's the wrong one. It's actually not the same bridge that we had last time, because I changed kind of the initial starting point. Oh! Oh, that's really nice, but that's the expensive bridge. Not quite as nice, but... Should I just save up 1.2 million? I don't know. Take a loan out, get it going. Sorry guys, I don't have a lot of time, in-game time, to get where I need to go, so I can't waste too much money here. Is that one spot? Oh, what was that? Is that good? No, that's pretty horrible, actually. Definitely a difficult time getting these rails in. So this was the original one that I thought was good. No, not that. Was it that one? Where did it go? Didn't I have a really nice one right before that I really liked? Wish you could like save a bridge. I think that was it. Yeah. I could afford it right now without any loans. It's pretty smooth except for the start. Yeah, let's just do it. That's too good of a route to pass out. All right. End of the year report. Let's see what we got. Nice raise for us. Actually, I like the fact that the profits are going up. That's really going to help. These two trains are doing a good job. I'll probably buy a new train for this one and continue it to the City of Angels. Although what I might do right now, because I know I'm going to get $1 million back as soon as I connect it up, right? As long as I get there in time, we get a free $1 million. I might just take some bonds out and try to get there right now before I even connect up Rodriguez. You know, that might be smart. I mean, we're making some pretty good money from our current trains anyway. We've got no loans. I could definitely afford to just take the loans out and go right now. How much is it going to cost? Wait a second, is that just straight through? Again, another surprisingly easy route. I mean, look at that. That's almost perfectly green with a little bit of yellow. And then there's earthquake, of course. So about $1 million to get to the City of Angels, just by fluke. I would not have expected it to cost that little, honestly. You can twiddle a little bit with just how nice of a route it is by moving this back and forth a little. That is really solid, actually. I was expecting this to cost like $2 or $3 million, honestly. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna take a loan out right now. Maybe 2 loans just to be... Quake near Porcionata. Alright, actually, let's have a look at that first. Where is that? Okay, so that's another... Okay, that's 2 quakes on opposite sides of the volcano. So I think I'm going to be trying to avoid that section if I can. Anyway, like I said, I want to take 2 loans to start with. And then that should be enough to buy a train after I get the $1 million back, I think. So right in here... That is not a bad connection, I gotta say. I think that's really lucky that I found such a smooth route into the City of Angels. And then I'll build their large station. And we should instantly get a bunch of money for that. Yeah, we just got it. And then I'll build this station. I just got more money? Where did I get... How did I get $2 million? I got $1 million for... the bonus, I thought. Is there like another event? Seriously. Here we go. Here's the other $1 million. Okay. Welcome aboard, Rodriguez. Blue Apocalypse has now receives... Oh. Well, okay, that makes me feel kind of stupid. If I just built the station here, I would have got $1 million for that. And then I wouldn't have had to take any loans out. Oh well, let's just pay them off, whatever. Shows what I know. I still got enough money to buy the train. That actually puts us in a really good spot. Wow. Okay, I highly recommend going to Rodriguez and City of Angels, because $1 million per city, that definitely pays for the route. Like, remember, it cost me about $1 million to get here. So I probably would have actually done a better route. And I may even change some of this stuff later on, reset so it's smoother, so the trains are a little bit faster. But for now, we just got to get a train on there just to get stuff moving, basically. And I might eventually switch to just 1 train between each city, because it's pretty long. It's a pretty long distance for these compared to the previous mission. So yeah, you definitely don't want too many stops. All right, and I do need to give them a service tower at the very least. We'll put it over here. All right, well. I'd say, all things considered, that worked out very well. We got a lot of money for free, just by events, and we managed to connect up. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities. That's enough for bronze, I think, actually. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, 7 cities was... 7 for bronze. So we need all the way to 16 for gold. I got to keep that in mind, too. 16 plus personal wealth by a little bit more. we'll buy in batches of 5,000. We should be okay. I don't want to be too aggressive, but I do need to think in the long term about making sure my net worth hits 20 million, because that is an easy way to fail a gold. Alright. Yeah, that's a little bit of a weird bridge that the auto terrain builder put in there, but whatever works, right? Oh, this guy's making lots of money sending coal out of City of Angels. Boom! Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Hats go on as swallows return to Capistrano. And we're going to have perpetual growth, according to the government anyway. So, I suppose the next jump from the City of Angels is Poco Lobo. But I'm going to have to assume that's going to be an expensive bridge. I mean, well, 2 million. 2 mils. Something like 2 mils. Maybe 1.5 if I was really lucky. Not easy anyway. I mean, and I guess one of the things to keep in mind is our bridges are 20% cheaper for this mission. So that's part of why it's not as expensive as I think. As it used to be. Alright. That's actually not what I wanted. I wanted it to delete that little spot to back it up, but... There we go. Wasted a teeny bit of money. I'm actually making pretty good income. Wow. I'm happy. Very happy. But on the topic of adding more trains, still negative. Until we have like 8 cars per route every time. Or at least most of the time. So we have a couple options. We could backtrack to Tetil. Or we could start going along this route. But I'm a little bit afraid of earthquakes along here. This sort of... I have a feeling the epicenter is the volcano. And it's going to hit all these guys more often. I have a suspicion that... Poco Lobo is going to be a better area. Good money, good money. I have a feeling that's a safer area to expand to. Connect that guy up and San Jacinto. These are really nice cities. Like, they're pretty large, so... Also, let's have a quick count. So I need 16 altogether. I've got 7. I'm going to assume 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe 13, a nice long... It's probably not too hard to do, actually. Take it up to Crestview. That's 13. I guess 14, 15, 16. So I don't really have to worry about these guys. Or the guys right on the corner of the map. I think that's my plan. 16 altogether. And then the other thing is, of course, the stocks. Which is going good right now, but when you're in a boom time, you should not be buying too much, because the prices are a little bit higher than normal. And unless you expect your company to do incredibly well, and I'm sure it will do okay, but it may dip down a little. If I buy too much right now, I will definitely go bankrupt. So let's just hold off for a little bit. Now I have a lot of money. Wow. Definitely pleased with that. So I suppose a little bit earlier than I expected, I think I'm going to build this bridge. So let's pause. I got 2 million, which is approximately what I need, and I'll take a loan if I need to, because I have a good rating. We will not quite understand why it builds that sideways track, or whatever you call that, just little mini bridges. Something like that, and then across. How is it going to do it? Yeah, the City of Angels side is actually pretty solid. It's okay. So it's just a matter of connecting it up over here nicely, which is sometimes challenging. For whatever reason, it likes to build extra bridge more than it needs. Like, I want the bridge to stop right here, but it keeps extending, and that looks kind of dumb. Although it's cheaper that way. Yeah, that's not smart. No, I don't like that. Why are you not giving me the end of the bridge like normal? I don't have a lot of experience with suspension bridges in this game, as you can probably tell. Like, that way it wants to build the bridge over quite a lot of land that it really shouldn't. It should stop right here. Okay, what would happen if I just let go of the mouse right here? And then, can I still build? It does, but it gives me a really steep... Like, I don't like that thing there. I think that's a mistake. that's... Maybe I should just stick with that one, where it sort of gives me a little second bridge at the end here. Something like that might be as good as it gets, basically. So it would be a bridge to here, strictly speaking. And then from here across, if it'll do it. Yeah, you know, it's not too bad. I'll keep that. That's all right. And then we're gonna just come on in. Oh, is there a house in the way? Drat you, house! Messing up my style. Come on. There we go. And then I think it's okay to put the yeah, this is actually a good curve. I'll put the station right on the end of that, and that should work just fine. Beautiful, just like I planned it. Okay, so we got another connection event. While you were busy playing with your choo-choos, it seems there was an argument between one of your employees and Mr. Otto Hopschinken. I think I said that right. Mr. Hopschinken, world-famous butterfly collector, attacked a porter who accidentally released the recently collected Azure Fufu, a rare volcanic butterfly only found here. Well, geek or not, Otto abruptly punched the porter in the neck. Ouch. He's settled out of court and you receive 200 grand. Oh, thanks. Do I? Where's the money? Oh, I bet you it's personal wealth. I wasn't thinking about that. There's probably a couple times where that's happened, where he's given me personal wealth rather than company wealth. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So Poco Lobo is connected. Unfortunately, I did not have enough money to buy a train. So I will do that. I will buy myself a train with loans. And then I will use that, hopefully, income to connect up San Jacinto from here. And that should be good. And I'll just use the same train for that once we get there. The Brenner E412. Making me a little bit of money. And we'll give it a stop with some maintenance. Good. Alright, carry on, my trains. So we only have 4 trains. Seems like I've been playing a long time to have still only 4 trains, but it's a nice long straight route. Oh yeah, Oxanamo is a double, it's like an endpoint, so I'll give it the double track extravaganza, and I suppose City of Angels will also be like that. So give it a little bit of double track. A little bit expensive because of that bridge, but it's alright. So my new train is coming in with 200,000. The original train, my old Winifred Santa Rosa, is actually making a lot of money over here, delivering lumber and stuff. Sometimes these nice linear routes are just really nice for just good income, good solid, reliable income. Not too many trains slowing each other down with complicated routes where they share track and stuff. Oh no, not another earthquake! Stonewood! Alright, Stonewood doesn't sound like any of mine. It's way up here. Okay, so that's in the mountains. It's a little bit further from the volcano. Maybe... I mean, okay, we are supposed to be in California, so there's probably like a giant fault line that goes right through all this. And they just have earthquakes all the time. In fact, City of Angels will probably go floating away before long, as I expect. The money is definitely coming in, though. In fact, I might have enough to get to San Jacinto, although that hill is a little bit annoying. I wonder if I could go from this side easier. Like if I... You know, that might be a little bit smoother to come out that direction. And come into San Jacinto this way. I doubt it's a huge difference, but I'll take it. And we'll put it... That's a pretty good spot. I think that covers everything. And I think we'll just use the newest train to... Oh, you know, I just double-tracked it. Oops! No wonder that cost more money than usual. Drat! Sorry, guys. Gotta double-check that. If you've been playing with your double tracks, you gotta make sure you put them away before you're building new stuff, unless you really want that. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, and back. Alright. Oops-a-daisies. Bad blue. Well, I guess what I'll have to do is when I connect through the mountain, is I'll have to make one go to Poco Lobo or something, and it'll reuse the route or something at least. So that way I've already got double track that gets double usage. It's better than nothing, right? I'm just gonna check that train. Oh, my stock keeps splitting and I'm not buying more. I gotta check that. I am making good money though as far as income goes per year, and the company is very profitable. Okay, let's pause for a sec because I'm losing track of stuff. So I do have loans. I might pay them off now or take out more. Can't quite decide one or the other. I mean, 5% interest is just so good. You can't turn it off. So I'm probably going to take more loans and build a tunnel. I definitely have a good ratio of cash to purchase power. So I think I'm going to buy a bit more. I should have bought some before it split, unfortunately, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That puts me at about 50-50 there again, and I owe 100 out of 320, so I'm almost up to a third of the company, which I'm definitely improving, but feels like I'm a little behind maybe. If I'd been a bit more on the draw, I could have bought more earlier. Let's see, how much would it cost in single track mode to make a tunnel through here? Although, you know, San Jacinto is actually bigger than Poco Lobo, so it's kind of silly to go from there. So if I build a tunnel, it's going to be about 2 mil, and that will connect me up to 2 more cities. What I'm interested in is if I get more events for connecting them. I think I'm going to go to Santa Ignacio, although I will try to make the shortest tunnel. Well, it's not a huge difference in money. And then from here we'll go to Solum Squalius, and then we'll try to work our way up, eventually getting to Crestview. I think that's a good plan. I am slightly concerned about earthquakes at this point. So about 2.3 million. So we'll take out probably 3 loans. No, let's save up a little bit of money first. I need a little bit more money for this to work, because I'll probably want a new train as well. So let's let our trains do their job. I'm not in a super huge rush. Remember, we've got till 2080. But because there's been so many good events for connecting cities, I feel like I shouldn't stop. I should just connect as much as I can. It seems like a good strategy anyway. Well, I guess we're at about that time to end the episode. Can I make one more connection before I wrap things up? These trains are making good money. Let's just let everyone come in. 2, 3. You know what? Let's just go till 2 million. It shouldn't take very long, I don't think. Come on, good trains, make me big money. They are really profitable trains. They're actually getting to that 8-car magic number again. So I perhaps should start thinking about cutting down the length of their route. Anyway, that looked really good. Nice solid income there. So if I... Well, I could go to Solum Squalus that way, and then the other route kind of goes down through there. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I can connect up these cities from the other side, from up here. Maybe eventually make a full loop, but that's not a huge concern. So if I went... Let's see how much this costs. So I'm down... It's actually kind of hilly, but I'm down 130. If I build a tunnel, still a $2 million tunnel. That was about 200,000 altogether, and then through the volcano, through the mountain. That is to say, it actually is having a really hard time just connecting this. I don't really like that one. I think I liked my original plan better from here. I mean, this could be the wrong way to look at it. It might be a lot cheaper overall to come from this side, honestly. I'm not 100% sure. If this is the same height on both sides, and I don't think it is. I think this is a lot higher, so it's still going to be really steep connecting those up, even with a tunnel. Yeah. Alright, we're just going to do it. Just going to do it! Come on, give me my tunnel. Oh, it's still expensive. So expensive. So I still need some loans. We're going to need probably 1 loan. I'm actually almost there, but I want to get this in this episode and then finish it up. So another 5% loans, not so bad. Let's Get this road in there. Get this train built. This tunnel dug. All that. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Put the station in. Maybe about there's pretty good. Oh, and look, I already got another event for the money. Watch this. Bam! Santa Ignacio is on track. Another $1 million. Yeah. This is why I really think connecting these up is such a good idea, because I keep getting just millions of dollars thrown at me. I mean, I wasn't expecting it for sure, so I couldn't count on it. But yeah, I mean, as it turns out, that was a good idea. 2 million for a tunnel, but I got $1 million back instantly, so it's a pretty normal priced route actually. Buy our Brenner, get him a moving. We'll put the maintenance over here as we do. And next episode, the way things are going, we're going to connect up Solemn Squalus and probably head up to Macho Grande and so on, depending on how much money we're making and stuff. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed and have a great day.